Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to UncutAlly.
Hi.
My name is Allie.
I'm Chris.
And today we're doing Uncut Advice. Haha, you thought this was an ASMR video.
Yes, you did.
You fucking
Gotcha.
idiot. Kidding.
I'm dead.
Oh, God.
I'm dying.
We're back. We haven't done one of these in a while, which sucks because I love doing it. Ideally, we want to do this every Sunday, but life's been busy, so gaming content has to happen twice a week sometimes.
Busy
but
life.
We're working on it.
So we're on r/relationship advice.
Yep.
And I got a good one today.
I need to give my disclaimers first, Christoph.
What's your disclaimer?
Did I say my whole intro?
Yeah.
Say I'm Allie.
Yeah. Yeah. I think so.
Losing my mind. I'm exhausted, both mentally, physically. We helped a friend move yesterday.
That was fun.
Emotionally, I'm going through it. All right, but that's okay. We're here today. As always, you know, these are our opinions, and we are so open to respectful dialogue and disagreement. So feel free to put your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear them. Love to chat about it. What else do I usually say? I don't know.
I don't know. I'll remember.
No disrespect to anybody involved.
Nope.
Unless you're disrespectful, then you deserve it.
Yeah.
We can only use the information that's in here. We can only assume the rest of it.
Yeah.
Or try to just use whatever's there. And, you know, there's a fine line between toxic behavior and a bad situation, toxic abusive behavior and a bad situation. So, you know, the advice given is not for toxic abusive behaviors unless it's to leave. Then you should do that if you can.
I advise
not always.
that you shut up.
That's an insane thing to say to me.
I'm just kidding.
Chris is gonna get murdered after this.
Just trying to give you this advice.
Oh, that's my advice?
Yeah.
I have a lot of advice for you, Chris. I don't think you want to hear it though. Asshole.
I'm just kidding.
Fucking hate it here.
So this is by Throw RAA Adriana. By Throwaway Adriana. Okay?
Why would you put your name if it's a throwaway?
Well, it might be a fake name.
Oh.
This is a new mic. If it sucks, tell us. We'll go back to the old one. I, 25 female, upset my boyfriend, 22 male. I'm upset. Sorry. Because
Illiterate.
he spent my money without my consent.
Can you repeat that?
I am a 25-year-old female upset because my boyfriend, 22 male, spent my money without my consent.
Thank you. Okay.
Okay. Ahem. I went to dinner with my boyfriend and 3 of his friends. The total was $435. We were going to split it, but no one had the full amount except me, so we agreed that I would pay for myself and my boyfriend and his friends would Venmo him the rest, $261. So he could send it to me once he transferred to his bank. This was on Thursday. Oh, hi.
Hi, Canyon.
Hi, Canyon.
Miss Canyon.
He hadn't sent me anything, so today I asked him, hey, can you send me the money that your friend sent you since I covered the bill? He opened his bank app and told me he didn't have enough money anymore. I got upset because he could have sent it to me when it transferred from Venmo to his bank. His friends are visiting and he's been buying them tons of drinks, but it was with my money and I didn't even know. I thought it was so inconsiderate of him and I got upset because he didn't do it and wouldn't have said anything if I hadn't asked. He got nervous and said he didn't forget to send it back to me. He just spent all the money because he thought he had more.
What?
Well, you know, he looked at his bank account.
It's so hard to react to this because I'm like so happy right now. Hi, mister.
He's all over.
Love you. That was genuinely him sitting there. I was not forcing him to stay there. He was like clawed in.
Yeah, he's so cute.
Anyway, continue.
I was speaking very calmly, telling him that I was upset, and he started opening his wallet to check if he had cash. He then said he would send the $30 he has on his card now, but I told him he didn't have to, that he could send it when he had it. He doesn't understand that I feel disrespected because he didn't send me my money, which I had paid for his friends. His friends paid him back so he could pay me, but he chose to spend it on drinks for himself and them.
Okay.
You get the problem?
I do. I didn't think that's where that would go.
No.
Just the tagline, I was just like, oh, here we go. And then it's like, okay, not the worst situation.
Yeah.
Well, you picked it, so you start.
I just think that you guys need to set a line in the sand and agree on when you're spending money that you get it back right away if that's something you're concerned about. Or if you weren't, you could float it to begin with, then tell me, I know your friends are over, you guys are going to spend some money, but you'll pay me back soon. Like if you're like in a loving relationship where you're supportive, you know what I'm saying?
Do you think they're not?
I think she's being nice, but I also think like she's lacking understanding and he's lacking understanding from her. I feel like they're both lacking understanding
Of each other's position?
Yeah.
That's valid.
Like maybe she doesn't actually need the money right now, or maybe she really does need the money right now. Like we don't know what situation she's in, but if she has a shit ton of money and just like lent some money and he's like hanging with his friends and he'll get money in like a couple days, I feel like it makes sense.
Interesting.
It depends on the situation.
I don't think it matters. I think if you're a billionaire or, that, I mean, if that was like the last of your money, that's a whole other thing, I'd say. Like, that's the condition.
Yeah.
But, like, she had it, which makes me think that, like, she's okay. Mm-hmm. Maybe not, like, super well. Like, that's still a substantial amount of money. Sorry if you
That is a lot. That's a lot of money for that. People.
Yeah, I think the issue here really is, like, that was her money. Mm-hmm. And he spent it like it was his money.
Right.
Like, because once I heard the, like, and his friends will Venmo him to get me, I was like, no.
They should have just Venmo'd her.
Like, you have a Venmo, send that shit out. Get it directly sent to you.
No, that's true.
Like, yes, you trust that your partner will pay you back, but also, like, you know what? The more I think about it, the more selfish I think the guy is.
It actually is worse the more I think about it.
Yep.
At first I was like, a couple $100.
We're both having it sink in of like, that's kind of disrespectful.
Especially since, like, he then spent the money that his friends Venmo'd him on his friends, which was her, like, should have been her money.
And then
to act like he's a big shot.
Let me check in my wallet.
Oh no, there's no money.
I was like, what are you... Like, the fact that he pulled up the app and then physically opened his wallet. I'm broke. Do I have $261 in my wallet? If you have $261 in your wallet, my dude. No, you don't fuck... Like, that shit felt manipulative to me.
Yeah, that's a little much.
I'm just like, you don't have it because you spent it.
Yeah.
So, like, don't do the whole runaround of, like, babe, I got, oh no, like, you spent it.
Yeah.
Fucking own up to that shit and be like, I fucked up. Mm-hmm. I
spent what I shouldn't have.
I was out with the boys and, like, we did a round of shots and then we were all crunk and I was like, another round of shots and then I ended up paying for all the rounds of shots.
Yeah. Oops.
So I think that makes it so much worse that he went around and, like, looked into his app and looked in his wallet.
Yeah, that's true.
Like,
that's kind of
if you had it there, you wouldn't have spent it in the first place.
Right.
So
also just use a credit card. Oh my God. You're not a credit card person.
Sorry, I have my goals up on the whiteboard behind it, and I just saw my, like, hit 100 subscribers by the end of the year. I think I made this in 2022. I have to fucking delete that.
That's so cool. Erase.
You know what I mean.
Delete. That's
anyway,
so cool.
Sorry. Very off topic. Thank you all so much for supporting me and making my goals come true. Anyway.
Leave a like.
Leave a lick.
Leave a lick.
No, actually, respectfully, what the fuck?
Also, yeah, it seems like she's, like, more established than him and he's kind of abusing it. It feels like
it's hard to, like, there's so little context into their finances. Like, that could be another layer. The reason I'm not adding that layer right now is because it's not clear if they're both on the same level financially, if she's better than him, if he's better than her, better off, not, like, better.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm saying it now of, like, it could add another layer of, like, that was her last $400, or you know you have that money as well. However, that part is super duper unclear, so I'm just like not even...
Yeah.
This is the asterisk of like, that is an issue as... It can be an issue as well. However, there's not enough information in this to really like delve into that and make assumptions off of that, so I'd rather just keep it separate out. That could be an issue, and my advice to the gal... It was a male, female, right?
Yes.
My advice to the gal is, you know... If that is a situation, see how he treats his finances. Is he more well off than you and is being ridiculous, like spending your money, or are you more well? I mean, that shit doesn't matter. It's still disrespectful, even if you are more well off than him. It's more of an issue of like if he's more well off than you and still using your money. You know, like this, like it's his money, because like we borrow from each other. Or
context.
Oh, there's more.
She said, I usually pay for things more than he does. He's studying to be an accountant, so he's good with money. And I don't think he didn't notice he didn't have enough. He was just going to keep the money his friend sent over to cover the bill I paid for, in my opinion. He didn't say a word about it until I mentioned today.
Could you repeat? None of that made sense to me. Could you repeat that?
Yeah, she's replying to someone asking a question, and she's...
What's the question?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not on the thread right now. She's just saying, I usually pay for more things than he does.
Okay.
He's studying to be an accountant, so he's good with money. I don't think that he didn't notice he didn't have enough.
Yeah, obviously.
He was just going to keep the money his friend sent to cover the bill I paid for, in my opinion. He didn't even say a word about it until I mentioned today. So she's kind of saying, like...
Oh, he intended
to not tell her
money
about it. Yeah. Yeah. That's what she's highly suspecting. So...
That got worse.
Yeah, it did get worse.
That got worse.
And then someone said, why didn't they just Venmo you directly? And then she said, because I don't have one.
Girl, make one. I hope you made one after this.
I hope you make one.
I hope you made one after this.
Yeah, well, that sucks that he's an accountant, good with money.
How's he getting you the money?
What do you mean?
She don't got Venmo.
Bank transfer?
That's insane. Just get a fucking Venmo, my
that's
dude.
That's fucking wild.
That made it so much worse.
It did make it worse. Like, he's just not bringing it up. He's like...
Which is, like, what I thought based on his reaction.
Yeah.
Which means he's a liar as well.
Uh-oh.
If he's gonna be like, oh, no. Like, shut the fuck up. No. I hate men.
Men are terrible. Get yourself
an accountant.
Man.
Get yourself a boy.
Yourself a boy.
No, that made it worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, he clearly has no respect for you. Mm-hmm. Like, that's your money. It'd be like, yeah. It'd be different if you were like, hey, I got this. And you covered his bill, you know? Like, he didn't even need to pay you back. He was simply, like, his friends owed you money. He didn't even owe you money. But then they all did their job, sent him the money, and he was like, cool.
Free money.
It's like, wow, I'm so glad I got this money. So not only did he get a free meal from you, right, he got free drinks from you that you didn't even mean to pay for. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
What should she do? What should she fucking
Leave the man. What are we doing here? He's going to
get rid of this man.
Because, like, think about longevity of it. Yeah. Like, if you're married,
red flag.
Let's say you have a, like, joint bank account. He's gonna fucking drain that bank account and be like, oh no, I have nowhere left. There's no money left. You know what I mean? Like, I just like, yeah. I'm in awe. We share a lot of, like, money. Yeah. And don't, like, we set the expectation of if we need to pay each other back or not. And, like, 9.9 times out of 10, it's like, no, I got this, or no, I got this. Like,
it's a big medical bill from the man, like, then we split it, maybe.
Like, Canyon likes to
our cat
stop eating for 2 days. Because, like, you were initially saying, like, I feel like there's a miscommunication. I don't think there was a miscommunication.
No, well, based on the context, I feel like there's no
You know what I mean? Like, I think she made it fairly clear. If the friends Venmo'd him...
Yeah. He should have just went, boop.
Like, there's no miscommunication there. Boop. They clearly owed her money. Once paid to him, he now owed her that money. I think she set a very great standard of, like, yeah, you can Venmo him and he will... Like, it was very clearly outlined what was to happen.
Right.
He cannot claim that I misunderstood. I thought this money was for me. It wasn't fucking for you. Clearly was not for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, and then to, like... The fact that she knows he was not going to pay her back and is still like, oh... What do I do? What do you mean?
After bringing it up. Oh, I brought it up and he didn't want to do it.
Get your money and leave. Get your money back. Make him pay for his dinner and leave. That's, like, he doesn't respect you. He doesn't respect your finances. I doubt he respects your time.
Yeah.
Like, you have to work for that money, I'm sure. Even if you didn't. It's family money.
Money's money. You know?
That's fucking crazy. What are we doing back here, bud?
Kane's sloshing around.
Shit. You can't tell, but this entire floor is a mess.
Yeah.
We do a great job, but we believe in being authentic and open. Our house is a mess. We just film
You're
where
welcome.
it's not.
That's what every YouTuber does.
I know.
Like that right out of frame is just like disaster.
Rot zone.
Yeah.
But we're honest about it.
Rot zone
Clothes
everywhere.
all over this ground.
We probably should do laundry.
I was thinking about that, but we still haven't folded our laundry from 2 weeks ago. It's been in our dryer.
I'm out of clothes, kind of.
You're out of clothes from the dryer?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Sorry, tangent.
We're a mess.
Chris and Allie tangent
We're
of...
a mess.
We want you to feel like the shit that's going on in your life is normal. It is. I'm sure you forgot to take your laundry out of the dryer.
For 2 weeks.
For 2 weeks. I think I had a dream that you had folded it all.
Oh, that's sweet. I should have done that.
I thought that we folded it today. I was like, that was really nice of him.
Yeah.
You ever, like, so tired, you start napping, and then, like, you have very realistic dreams, and you're like, wait a minute, did I really... Like, of things that you were thinking about, because I probably right before I went to bed, I was like, oh, I gotta do the laundry. And I was like, oh, Chris folded all the laundry. And I woke up, and I'm like, that's so great. And I just remembered, I was like, he did not do any of that. He did not do it. Yeah. Anyway, sorry. Oops. We tangented so much.
Well,
yeah, he doesn't respect you, gal. I would be so shocked if this was the only instance of him taking advantage of something that you've done, or using your resources as a means to further himself in whatever way that might be. That's your money. And, like, yes, in relationships, sometimes you give people... Like, you paid for his dinner. You told him he didn't even have to pay you back for that. Like, that was... It'd be different if you were trying to collect that. Now it's like, all right, well, you kind of told him, you know?
Yeah.
It was very clear his friends needed to pay him so that he could pay you for the dinner that you paid for. It was like almost $500. That's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money, yeah.
So I think you need, if you don't want to leave, and this is a one-off circumstance, I'd be shocked, but you have to sit down and really set those boundaries of, like, hey, money is not a joke. Yeah. I am so happy to, like, pay for dinners here and, like, you know, for us to go out or to do activities and shit like that, but if I ask you to pay me back, like, I need you to pay me back, and more so, if somebody else is paying me back through you, that's my money. Like, you spending it is not okay. And then see how he reacts. I don't imagine... He'll be like, oh, no! You know? Oh, money! I don't know where it is!
This one was a slow burn. It got worse.
Like, I was like, oh, that's pretty chill. And I was like, well...
Red flag.
Yeah. So get your money back from him. Mm-hmm. I think you should probably leave. He's going to keep doing this. It seems like you knew he had no intention of paying you back the money that was yours. If you know that's your partner's behavior, what are you doing with them? You know? Like, you don't need that. You need somebody who respects you and your time and your money and like that was your money. He stole from you. Just because it was in his bank account does not mean it was his. And if he can't understand that, he shouldn't be a fucking accountant. Let's start there.
Bad accountant.
You know, like it's just like I can't conceptualize if somebody gave me money. It would be different if he was like, babe, I got into like a car crash. I needed, like, you know? And even then, you still communicate that first. And I'm sure you would have been like, of course, you know? But like, babe, I needed a round of shots.
Oops.
You got it.
Yeah.
And like if you needed, like, let's say he really needed the money. Let's say that. Mm-hmm. You still ask first. You don't just assume that the money that you're paying somebody back is money that you can continue to keep.
Yeah, this guy's an asshole.
Chris getting mad now.
It sucks.
No, don't do that. There's a whole mess of things behind you that you are hiding with your body. So yeah, I think he did not communicate with you if he did need the money to pay you back at a later date. Be like, can I use this now? And then I'll pay you back in increments. Like, you need to have open dialogue, especially with money. Because, like, money will break people apart, breaks families apart, you know? Breaks business partners apart.
It's all about money.
Like, the best way to keep that away from becoming an issue is communicating. Over communicate, especially when it comes to money and like big decisions and shit like that.
Yeah.
So the fact that he did not communicate with you and assumed that he could have that money, and you admitted that you think he had absolutely no intention of paying you back even after the fact. Come on.
That's rough.
He doesn't respect that it's your money.
No.
And he sees that like what he can have, he will take. And that's probably going to translate in other ways if you continue this relationship, not ships. Nothing.
Work.
Ew.
You're so right.
So yeah, that's my 2 cents. Have an open dialogue and say like why this is disrespectful and that he needs to communicate if something like this were to happen again. But in all honesty, I would recommend getting your money and go. Like.
Yeah, it does seem like a really bad thing. So
I don't think he respects you.
Yeah.
Any Chris thoughts?
No, those were great thoughts.
Thank you,
I feel
Chris.
like I agree with the thoughts.
Thanks, Chris.
So
nothing.
I don't know. I got worse, and now that I'm thinking about it, the more I think about this, the worse it is. So I think it should probably be a very serious conversation, potentially a relationship breaking conversation if you've witnessed other things like this, which it kind of feels like it's something you expect. So that's kind of scary. So I agree with you. It's an oof.
If you start expecting your partner to fuck up, that's a bad sign.
Yeah.
Like you should expect the best in them.
Mm-hmm.
It's different than like understanding them and being like, oh, this isn't something they excel at.
Yeah.
Or like, oh, this isn't their favorite thing to do. They're not, you know, they don't have great hand-eye coordination. They're probably not going to be good at catching, you know? But like expecting like, I know I'm paying this and I'm probably not going to see this money because he's going to take it. Or like, oh yeah, I just talked to him and he clearly had no intention of paying me back. And like expecting your partner to fuck up in ways like that and hurt you, if you can, it's not worth it, you know?
Yeah. You're so right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's our 2 cents. I'd love to know everybody else's thoughts. Agree, disagree, you think that he's not in the wrong, you think circumstances are different. I'd love to hear from you.
Yeah.
I respond to all the comments. I do. Anyway, I think that's it, huh?
Yeah, that's it. It was a good one.
That was a great one. Good job finding that.
Thanks. I kind of was worried it was bad at the beginning, but then it got long, got good. Cats are attacking.
Yeah, I hear Kai. Well, we gotta go stop a fight. So thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Have a great day and a happy birthday. Love you all. Bye.
Bye, everybody. Kai, we're coming.